Hi, and welcome to the last video for Module 4. In this video, we're going to put together the action sheet and alert that we want to happen when we press the button. So first we need an action method for that button. So we'll get up our assistant editor and drag and drop for an action method for the button. We'll call it on button press. And we'll want it for the touch-up event inside on the button. Change our sender type to UI button. And now let's go to the view controller, get rid of this, and hopefully we can edit a little bit more comfortably because we're going to have to put in a fair amount of text here. First of all, we're going to have to instantiate a UI alert controller. So we'll say let controller equal UI alert controller, and the title of our alert controller is going to be Are You Sure? The message will be nil, and the preferred style is going to be an action sheet. So that'll create an alert controller. And we're going to leave this this warning as it is for now. And we now have to add some actions to our controller. So we'll create a UI alert action with title, yes, I'm sure. Style is going to be destructive. We want it to go away after this action is handled. And for handler, we're going to specify, this is a function creating syntax, but for now, we're going to just say we're going to add some code here later. We'll close the action and close that. Oops, I need a code here. And we're going to create a no action as well. So what this is going to cause is a couple of possibilities for responding to this alert controller to be added. And one will say, yes, I'm sure, and run the handler when it happens. The others say, no way, and run the handler when it happens. So we'll specify also a UI alert action here. Now our title is going to be no way. And the style we want for this one, just cancel, we'll terminate handling the action sheet. Handler here is nil because we don't need to do anything in this case, we're just getting rid of it. We need to add those to the controller. That is the controller we created up here. And then we need to present the action sheet. So we'll set the source view and source rectangle properties that we need to set. Those might be optionals, or those are optional, so we'll have to use the if-let connection to add those. Controller. And the popover presentation part of the controller. epc dot source view is the sender. And, epc dot source rectangle are the bounds of the sender. And we'll say that the permitted arrow direction is just down. We'll see what that means when it runs. And having set that step up, we can present the controller. This is what actually causes it to be displayed. We'll do it in an animated way, and nothing happens on completion. Now, I think we can run it at this point without filling in all the stuff we want to happen, which is that the alert pops up. I think this is syntactical. Let's try it. The button's up, press that button, and it looks like what we wanted to have happen so far happens. If we click no way, since there's nothing specified, it just goes away. And nothing's going to happen if we press yes, I'm sure, also because we haven't coded that yet. Well, let's go ahead and add the alert as making an alert show up will be our handler for the yes action. We've got some where I put in my add code here. We're gonna fill in some stuff. And we're going to have it address us by name. So we'll get the text of the name field. And we'll initialize it. We'll make it nothing if it was empty, or if it's so we'll say you can breathe easy, everything went okay. If there's no name filled in, and if there was a name filled in, you can breathe, we'll use it. Easy. Type. So that's the message we're going to print. And we'll create a controller for the alert. We use controller 2. It's type UI alert controller as opposed to just a UI alert controller. The title. Something was done. Message is the MSG we just created. And the preferred style is alert. And it looks like I've got an error here. I'm going to make this style match the book's style. Now see if I can figure out what's going on here. Controller is UI alert controller. I'm going to add just a cancel action to that. And present it. And we'll try to fix that warning and see if we get the behavioral aspect. And a button, do something. Now, when we do yes, I'm sure something was done, and I make that go away with the few, put in my name up here, go away by tapping in the background, press the button again, select this and again, and I've got one little problem. It's telling the optional Richard that everything went okay, not just Richard. So we'll stop this and we'll unwrap that optional there. We know that it's good because of basing it on whether or not that text field is empty. So we know it's not nil. We're not gonna get an error when we unwrap that optional. And we'll check that indeed fixed the problem. And there we go. So that finishes up the stuff we wanted to do with the control phone application. Let's go on then to Module 5.